नमः सर्वेभ्यः शुभ गुरुवासरः। वर्गस्य आरम्भं करिष्यामः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। पठामि संस्कृतं नित्यं वदामि संस्कृतं सदा। ध्यायामि संस्कृतं सम्यक् वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्। हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। नमः सर्वेभ्यः। अद्य कोविद वर्गस्य चतुर्थः वर्गः। सर्वेभ्यः स्वागतम्। समास विषये गतवर्गे अपि वयं दृष्टवन्तः। समासः इत्युक्ते कः? का वक्तुमिच्छति? हस्तम् उन्नयतु। कामाक्षी भगिनी।
नमस्ते भगिनी।
नमस्कारः।
समासः इति पदद्वयोः मध्ये योजनं कर्तुं शक्नुमः इति समासः। समासः चतुर्विधाः।
अलं भगिनि अन्य कोऽपि वदतु। सम्यक्। अनेकपदस्य एकपदी भवनं समासः। सम्यक्। समासः कयोः मध्ये भवति लता भगिनी?
समासः सुबन्तानां
पदयोः एव भवति, वर्णयोः मध्ये न। वर्णयोः मध्ये भवति चेत् सः अस्ति सन्धिः। उत्तमम् उत्तमम्।
धन्यवादः।
समासः तिङन्तानां न भवति, प्रायः सुबन्तानाम् एव भवति। समासप्रभेदाः के? इन्द्राणी भगिनी भवती वदति वा?
सामान्यतः चत्वारः प्रभेदाः सन्ति।
उत्तमं।
ते तत्पुरुषः, द्वन्द्वः, बहुव्रीहि, अव्ययीभावः। तत्पुरुषसमासे अन्य द्वयोः प्रभेदाः सन्ति।
द्वौ प्रभेदौ स्तः।
द्वौ प्रभेदौ स्तः। सः कर्मधारयः द्विगुः।
कर्मधारयः द्विगुः। उत्तमं। सम्यक् भगिनि। उत्तमम्। अत्र समासस्य प्रभेदाः कथं भवति? अत्र नियमः कः? उमा भगिनी।
Can you repeat the question, Bhagini?
समासस्य प्रभेदाः कथं भवति? What is the basis on which समासः
भेदाः भवति? उत्तरपदप्रधानं, पूर्वपदप्रधानम्, उभयपदप्रधानम्, अन्यपदप्रधानम्।
उत्तमं। प्रधानं किम् इति दृष्ट्वा समासस्य प्रभेदाः भवन्ति। What is important? Is it the पूर्वपदम्, उत्तरपदम्, अन्यपदं वा और उभयपदं वा इति दृष्ट्वा समासः कः इति वक्तुं शक्यते। उत्तमं।
धन्यवादः।
कला भगिनी, मधुरवाणी मोहन। उभयपदार्थः प्राधान्यम् अस्ति चेत् समासः कः?
उभयपदार्थं चेत् उत्तरपदार्थम् अस्ति चेत् तत्पुरुषः समासः उभयपदार्थम् अस्ति चेत्
both are important.
ओके उभयपदं न जानामि महोदय
चिन्ता मास्तु भगिनि उभयपदार्थः प्राधान्यः अस्ति चेत् द्विगुः
धन्यवादः
क्षम्यताम् उभयपदार्थः I was thinking dvandva and then I said dviguhu. Shramyatam. It's dvandva samasah. So if both are important, it is dvandva samasah. Astu. Vasanti Bhagini. Anya padartha pradanyam asti chet?
Namaste Bhagini. Anya padartha pradanyam asti chet. Samasah namah brahuvi Brahuvihi samasah
Nama samasasya nama samasanama namah na nama
samasanama bahuvrihi samasah
bahuvrihi atra
Bhagini, please go ahead. Sorry for interrupting you.
Bahu padatu bahu vrihihi bahu vrihihi
samasah udaharanam modagahasta ganeshah idanim does modakam give any meaning to this? Hastaka, what does it imply? What does modakam imply? It implies to Ganeshah. Idani modakam haste yasya saha Ganeshah iti anya padartha samasah Bhagini.
Uttamam.
Dhanyavadah Bhagini.
Astu. Gatavarge samanya tatpurushah kah iti vayam drishtavantah. Ka vaktumichchati. I'll lower the hands down and then you can raise again. Samanya tatpurushah kah. Saksena Mahodaya. Please make sure you have the right name. I still see the system names in the list, so I'm not able to call out.
Shuyate Bhagini? Tatpurush samase उत्तर पदस्य प्रधानं भवति.
उत्तमं. सामान्य तत्पुरुषः इत्युक्ते कः?
सामान्य तत्पुरुषः सामान्य तत्पुरुषस्य सप्तम विभागाः सन्ति.
उत्तमं. सप्त विभागाः सन्ति. उत्तमं. वदतु.
प्रथमा तत्पुरुष, द्वितीया तत्पुरुष,
पुरुषः विसर्गः वदतु.
पुरुषः,
सप्तमी तत्पुरुषतः फ्रॉम प्रथमा तत्पुरुषः टिल
सप्तमी
तत्पुरुषः. उत्तमं महोदय. सम्यक्. सम्यक्. अग्रे प्रथमा. धन्यवादः. अन्य कोऽपि वदतु. धन्यवादः महोदय. अत्र द्वितीया तत्पुरुष तः द्वितीया तत्पुरुष तः सप्तमी तत्पुरुष पर्यन्तं फ्रॉम द्वितीया टिल सप्तमी तत्पुरुषः. अत्र नियमः कः? व्हाट इज द जनरल रूल ऑफ थंब? का वदति? कामाक्षी भगिनी वदति वा?
भगिनी
वदतु.
சொல்லுங்க क्वेश्चन.
from द्वितीया to सप्तमी तत्पुरुषः what is the general rule? प्रथम तत्पुरुषः भिन्न नियमः अस्ति खलु. so in general from द्वितीया तत्पुरुष सामान्य द्वितीया तत्पुरुषः till सप्तमी तत्पुरुषः what is the general rule?
प्रथमा तत्पुरुषे
न भगिनी, द्वितीया वदतु. from द्वितीया till सप्तमी what is the general rule?
द्वितीया तत्पुरुषे उपपदानि सन्ति.
न भगिनि, न न। अन्य कोऽपि प्रयत्नं करोतु। धन्यवादः भगिनि। अन्य कोऽपि प्रयत्नं करोतु। सत्या भगिनि।
नमस्ते भगिनी।
नमस्कारः।
द्वितीया टु सप्तमी तत्पुरुषे प्रथम पूर्वपदं विभक्तिरूपेण भवति।
उत्तमं। पूर्वपदस्य विभक्तिः समासस्य नाम अस्ति।
समासस्य नाम भवति।
यदि पूर्वपदं चतुर्थी विभक्तिः अस्ति चेत् समासस्य नाम
चतुर्थी तत्पुरुष समासः।
उत्तमं। चतुर्थी तत्पुरुषः, द्वितीया तत्पुरुषः समानं भवति। उत्तरपदं किम् अत्र? प्रायः उत्तरपदं
द्वितीया विभक्ति अन्ते श्रुतः, अतीत, पतित, गत। प्रश्नः
न भगिनि। अत्र उत्तरपदं प्रायः कथं भवति?
प्रथमा विभक्त्यां भवति।
प्रथमा विभक्ति रूपेण
भवति।
उत्तमं। सम्यक् भगिनि। धन्यवादः।
धन्यवादः भगिनि।
अत्र द्वितीया तत्पुरुषतः सप्तमी तत्पुरुषपर्यन्तं कथं भवति? प्रायः पूर्वपदस्य विभक्तिः समासनाम भवति। अनन्तरं परपदस्य अथवा उत्तरपदस्य विभक्तिः प्रथमा विभक्तिः भवति। अग्रे किं दृष्टवन्तः? ऐ थिङ्क् वि डिड् प्रथमा तत्पुरुषः। प्रथमा पुरुषस्य नियमः कः? का वदति? मङ्गला भगिनी वदति वा? How does the prathama तत्पुरुषः decline?
नमस्कारः भगिनी।
वदतु।
प्रथमा विभक्तिः प्रथम पदं and the द्वितीया पदं will be in the प्रथमा भागः। प्रथमा विभक्तिः अस्ति।
न भगिनि।
अदे पूर्व, अपर, अधर, उत्तर, अर्ध शब्दः अस्ति चेत् आदि प्रथमा विभक्ति प्रथमा तत्पुरुष समासः इति अर्थं भवति।
सम्यक्। पूर्व, उत्तर, अर्ध, अधर, अपर। सम्यक्। अग्रे what is the next rule? गोमती भगिनी।
नमस्कारः भगिनी।
नमस्ते।
पूर्वपदं नपुंसकलिङ्गं भवति।
उत्तमं। पूर्वपदं नपुंसकलिङ्गपदं भवति। इट इज नॉट अ विशेषणम्। उत्तमं। परपदं उत्तरपदं we are so used to sandhi, right? So I keep seeing we've done so much of sandhi. Purvapadam, parapadam. It is purvapadam, uttarapadam.
उत्तरपदं षष्ठी विभक्ति रूपेण अस्ति।
षष्ठी विभक्तिः भवति। उत्तमं। सम्यक्। गीता भगिनी एकम् उदाहरणं वदतु। बिन्दु भगिनी वदतु। गीता भगिनी just lowered her hand. बिन्दु भगिनी वदतु। If you have answered, please mute yourself. वदतु भगिनी।
ग्रामस्य अर्धग्रामः। अर्धं पूर्वपदं, ग्रामस्य उत्तरपदम्।
अर्ध पूर्वपदं, ग्राम उत्तरपदम्।
अर्धग्रामः समस्तपदम्। उत्तमं।
सम्यक्। उत्तमम्। गतवर्गे प्रश्नः आसीत्। प्रश्नः दिनस्य ग्रामेषु भवति चेत् ग्रामाः इति वक्तुं शक्यते वा? अस्ति चेत् न। मम अध्यापिकाम् अहं पृष्टवती। यू केनाट्, पाणिनिना उक्तमस्ति अन्य समासे आगन्तुं शक्यते। देयर आर अदर समासास् वेयर यू कैन डू दी बहुवचनम एंड देन डू दी सर्वनामपदम। किंतु प्रथमा तत्पुरुषे Ardham dinasya eva. Even if it is dinani, you cannot say it as dinani. It has to be dinasya. You cannot say ardham dinanam. Na shakyate. It has to be in Sashti Vibhaktihi Ekavachanam eva. So just make a note. For this, Panini has given the sutram that the Shashti Vibhakti Rupam has to be in Ekavachanam eva. Astu. Purva, Apara, Adhara, Uttara, Ardha. Ardham gramasya ardhagramaha. Aparam grihasya aparagriham. Uttaram Ramayanasya Uttara Ramayanam. Adharam Parvatasya Adhara Parvatam. Shamyatam. Adhara Parvatah. Prayaha Uttara Padasya Lingam eva bhavati. Uttara Padam yadi Napumsakalingam asti chet Apara Griham. Griham iti padam Napumsakalingam. So it takes the same form. Samanam gramasya iti padam grama shabdah pullingah tadartam ardha gramaha iti bhavati. Agre saramaha dvitiya tatpurushaha. Shrita atita patita gata atyasta prapta apanna. Etani padani santi chet dvitiya tatpurushaha iti vadamaha. So you can do it in alphabetical order to remember. Atita apanna, atita atyasta apanna, anantaram patita prapta gata shrita. Just a clue for you to remember. Shrita, atita, patita, gata, atyasta, prapta, apanna. Shrita ityukte, you take refuge. Atita, something which is beyond. Patita vayam janimaha, fallen. Gata, gone. Atyasta, crossed. You cross and you reach. Prapta, reach. Apanna, samana. Prapta iti arthaha eva. Shrita, atita, patita, gata, atyasta, prapta, apanna. Dvitiya tatpurushaha asti chet purva padasya vibhaktihi ka. The vibhaktihi will be dvitiya vibhaktihi. The vibhaktihi of the purva padam will be in dvitiya vibhaktihi. Satyam. Udaharanam Krishnam Shritaha. Krishnam Shritaha. Atra samasta padam kim? Krishnam iti Krishna shabdasya dvitiya vibhaktihi ekavachanam bhavati. Shritaha, the one who has taken refuge. Krishnam Shritaha, Krishna Shritaha. Krishna Shrita militva Krishna Shritaha. Kupam patitaha, the one who has fallen into a well. Kupam patitaha balakaha. Kupa patitaha. Kupa patitaha. Samshayam apannaha, the one who has, after listening to class, reached a state of confusion or questions. Samshayam apannaha chatraha. Samshayam apannaha. Ka vadati atra samasta padam kim iti? Samshayam apannaha. Arti Bhagini vadatu.
Namaste Bhagini.
Namaskaraha.
Samshaya apannaha. Samastapadam. Samshaya apannaha.
Samshaya apannaha. Bhavati va? Please don't type. Please wait. There are others answering in the chat. Just wait until Aarti Bagni answers. Samshaya apannaha iti dattam asti. So can we write Samshaya apannaha?
भगिनी संशयम् आपन्नः इति भवति समस्तपदं संशय आपन्नः मिलित्वा संशयापन्नः
उत्तमं संशयापन्नः सन्धिः कः
सन्धि सवर्णदीर्घसन्धि
सन्धिः अस्ति चेत् we have to do the सन्धि समासे सन्धिः नित्यम् अस्ति सो संशयम् आपन्नः संशयापन्नः भवति उत्तमम् धन्यवादः दुःखम् अतीतः so the question is, if you're making a sentence, Kupe patitah iti bhavati, kintu dvitiya tatpurushe Kupam patitah iti atra declension bhavati. So we think of it at this level, we have to stop thinking for certain things in the Matrubhasha or the other languages that we normally think. So here Kupam patitah will be Kupa patitah. There are certain things where you cannot translate or think of it in your Matrubhasha and then see why it is not in this vibhakti, because that is the niyamaha there. Dukkham atitah atrapi sandhihi bhavati. Dukkhatitah. Krishnam shritah. Kupam patitah. Samshayam apannah. Dukkham atitah. Purvapadam atra pashyatu. Vigraha vakyanam katham bhavati purvapadam purvapadasya vibhaktihi dvitiya vibhaktihi bhavati. Parapadam atra uttarapadam atra kim? Uttarapadam is one of the words which is given in the list, which is Shrita, Atita, Patita, Gata, Atyasta, Prapta, Apanna. So if you see one of these in the Uttarapadam and the Purva Padam is in Dvitiya Vibhaktihi, then we know it is Dvitiya Tatpurushaha. That is the Niyamaha. So, we'll see some more example. Yes, so these at least for the important ones, the examples that I have given mostly in the slides as well as the ones in the homework are the ones which are mostly covered in the Kovida book. So for the first one, it is very easy. We know it is Ardha, Adhara, Apara, Purva, Uttara. In the second half, I think most of it is given. I think Atyastha example is not there in the book. I think Prapta is also not there in the book. But then we can just learn one example for each, then it will be easy. The other option is to learn it based on, some kind of trick to learn. Like for the first one, I said you can group all the together and then Purva Uttara. Similarly here, it will be Atita, Atyastha, Apanna. And then we can do Gata, then Patita, Prapta, and then last is Shrita. So either we can try and remember through examples, because in Kovida study there is lot of content to remember. So since we are past that stage or past that cycle where we are good in memorizing and trying to understand and remembering very quickly, we all need some shortcuts and tricks and tips to remember, which is what I always try. So the first one here, you can group things together. Like I said, this might be the Panini Sutram. So in the slide, I can't change the order, but then for us to just remember, we can try and memorize it that way. Atita, atyasta, apanna, gata, patita, prapta, shrita. So 7 words to remember. So Ramam Shrita. I'm going to lower the hands down and then we'll try the exercise. Ka vaktum ichchati. Somebody who's not tried today. Bhanu Bhagini. Ramam Shrita.
Rama Shritaha.
Shritaha na. Atra pashyitu. Ramam Shrita.
So Rama Shrita.
Rama Shrita. Atra Trishulingeshu agantum shakyate. It can be in any of the three lingam. So if you're defining a strilinga padam, then Rama Shrita Sita, the one who is kind of taken refugee. Or Rama Shritaha, you can say Sugrivaha, Vibhishnaha, right? So the one who has taken refugee. So it's Rama Shritam Mitram. So you can say the one who has taken refuge into Rama. Mitram iti. So it can come in all the three. So Ramam Shrita will be Rama Shrita. Uttamam. Agree? Dhanyavadaha Bhagini. Neela Bhagini. Lakshmi Shritaha. You have to unmute yourself. Malati Bhagini.
Lakshmi Shritaha. Lakshmi Shritaha. Lakshmi Shritaha.
Uttamam. Lakshmi Shritaha. Samyak. Gayatri Bhagini. There is somebody named Acer1. I don't know who that is. Gayatri Bhagini.
Namaskaram.
Namaste. Mataram Shritam.
Mataram Shritam. Purvapadam.
Somebody else is on mute, I think.
Mataram.
Mataram Shritam will become
Napumsakalinga. Shritam.
What is
Matara Purvapadam.
Matara asti va? Mataram iti dvitiya vibhaktihi asti. Pratipatikam kim?
Mataraha.
Which shabdaha is this?
Matru.
Matru
Shritam.
Matru Shritam. Uttamam.
Dhanyavad.
Acer1 iti nama asti. Ka? You have to unmute. Who's this?
Padmakshi Vani.
Namaste, auntie.
Namaste.
I'm changing your name, auntie.
Yeah, I just forgot to change. Sorry.
Chintamastu. Suhridam Shritaha.
Suhrida Shritaha.
Suhridam iti dvitiya vibhaktihi asti. Pratipadikam kim?
Suhru.
What is the shabdaha? This is a halanta shabdaha.
Halanta shabdaha. Suhrid. Sorry.
Suhrid. So, atra sandhihi bhavati. So, when we do the sandhihi there,
Suhrid Shritaha.
Suhrid Shritaha. Kimartam?
Chatva Sandhi.
So, first, what is the sandhi that is happening?
Dha changes to tha. Then what is this?
Suhrit or Suhrid. Suhrid Shritaha. So,
Sukrut Shrutah.
First sandhi is Shrutvam.
Shrutvam.
Anantaram.
And it changes to ich.
Ish changes to cha.
Cha. Forgot the name.
Anybody else who can try? Samyak, auntie. Anybody else who can try?
Shamyata Mani.
Chatva sandhi. So you have both Shutva sandhi and Chatva sandhi.
Chatva sandhi.
So whenever we have sandhi here, you have to do the sandhi. It is not optional. Samase sandhi nityam. And if the sandhi happens, we have to do the sandhi and write the final samasah. Suhrudam shritaha. Suhrut shabdaha. So it becomes Suhrut shritaha. So actually there are, I think if it is Suhrud shabdaha, we have to take 3 steps to do it. Okay, fine. Agre kavadati dhaninam shritaha. Sandhya Bhagini. You went on mute, Bhagini.
Namaskar Bhagini. Dhaninam Shrutaha. Dhanina Shrutaha.
Dhanina Shritaha va. Pratipatikam kim? Halanta shabdaha asti. Somebody else? Chandrasekharan Mahodaya vadati va?
Mahodaya.
Namaste.
Namaste. Pratipatikam dhanin nakaraha lopaka bhavati atah dhani shritah.
Dhani shritah. Uttamam samyak. Atra dhaninam iti halanta shabdaha asti. Halanta shabdasya dhanin shabdasya gunin shabdavat. Dvitiya vibhaktihi. Nakaraha pratipadikasya madhye ante nakaraha asti ched nakaraha lopaha bhavati. So dhanin will become dhani. Dhani adikam shritaha. Dhani shritaha. Palli Bhagini. You have to unmute yourself.
Am Bhagini. Shruyate va?
Am Bhagini. Bhagavantam Shrita.
Bhagavat Shrita.
Bhagavat
Shrita. Bhagavat Shrita. Bhagavat Shrita.
Bhagava. Anantaram kim?
Bhagavat Shrita. Chutva santi. Santi ki bhavati va?
Bhagavat.
Bhagavat Shrita.
Anantaram?
Bhagavat Shrita. Bhagavat Shrita.
Shrita. The cha comes there. Chatva sandhi comes there.
Bhagavat Shrita.
Bhagavat Shrita. Iti uttam.
Am Bhagini. Dhanyavadalu.
Dhanyavadaha. Astu. Shrita, Atita, Patita, Gata, Atyasta, Prapta, Apanna. Take refuge, beyond, fallen, gone, crossed, reached, and similar to Prapta, reached. There is one rule only for Dvitiya Tatpurushaha. There is only one rule. The Purva Padasya Vibhaktihi will be in Dvitiya Vibhaktihi. The Uttara Padam will be one of these, and then it can come in any of the three genders, 3 lingams. That's it. Bahu Saralamasti. Astu. Mataram Shritaha. Mataram Shritaha Kavadati Vayam Kritavantaha Punaha. Yes, I think I have some more examples. Anuradha Bhagini.
Namaskaraha Bhagini. Namaskaraha. Kshamyatam Shrita Atita Idanim Vakyasya Artham Aham Ekavaram Kripaya Vadatu Mata.
Aham slide pradrishyami. Idanim drishyate va?
Bhagini.
Likhatu. I'll give a few seconds to write. These the PDFs are also available in the Google Drive. Okay. So if you miss something in the class, you can write it down. But I'm just saying, in case you miss something,
I will write it fast. And
if you can go back to the video, or the slides are also posted on the drive. So don't be in too much of hurry or panic in case you miss something.
Just I missed it actually.
Likhatu. Shrita, Atita, Patita. So the way I remember, Atita, Atyasta, Apanna, Gata, Patita, Prapta, Shrita.
Okay.
So,
written. Thank you.
Yeah. Sanskrit scholars might not like this trick being said as a teacher, but then I know how I struggled as a student, so I want to help the folks who are learning. So they'll say
help actually. Thank you.
You can't change the order of the sutram, right? I mean, you're not allowed to do that. But then, yeah, I know how I wrote it down when I was learning. So it can be of help to people who have trouble remembering, right?
For comprehending, it will be of great help.
Yeah. Like at the end of it, when we might remember it today, but then at the end of it, when we learn so much of content, we are bound to forget. So unless you have some tricks, you might not remember everything. And unlike our school going or college going days, the mind is filled with clutter.
Thank you, Bhagini. Thank you.
Astu. So we wanted to do this. Satyam. Prapta apana samanarthayo. Ka vadati. Kantimati Bhagini asti va? Mataram Shritaha.
Matru Shritaha.
Matru Shritaha. Uttama.
Matru Shabdam.
Uttama. Uttama. Parvati Bhagini.
Ram Ram Sarve Ram Ram Bhagini. Dukkhatitaha.
Dukkam atitaha.
Dukkha pratipadikam. Savarna dirgha sandhi bhavati dukkhatitaha.
Samyak. Kupam patitaha. Kupam patitaha. Ranjani Bhagini.
Kupam patitaha. Kupa patitaha.
Kupa patitaha. Uttamam. Geeta Bhagini.
धन्यवादः भगिनी. वनं गतः वनगतः.
वनं गतः वनगतः. उत्तमम्. अग्रे सत्या भगिनी. शालां प्राप्तः. Satya Bhagini, you have to unmute. Kamakshi Bhagini.
Namaskara Bhagini.
Namaste.
Shalam praptaha. Shala praptaha.
Uttamam. Shala praptaha. Samyak.
Dhanyavadaha.
Uma Bhagini.
Namaste Bhagini.
Namaskara.
Samshayam apannah, samshayapannah.
Samshayapannah. Uttamam. Atra takana doshamasti. Samshayam. Samshayam apannah. Samshayapannah. Astu. Purva padasya vibhaktihi dvitiya vibhaktihi asti chet parapadam eteshu padeshu ekapadam asti chet it is dvitiya tatpurushah. Astu. So if you have questions around why it is not in Saptami Vibhakti, this is the rule that is given. So Kupam Patitaha. We think it is fallen into, but it is Patitaha Bhavati Chet. It is Kupam Patitaha. Kupa Patitaha. So just take it into face value. Astu. Tritiya Tatpurushaha. Prashnaha asti va before we go further. So in Prathama Tatpurushaha, we saw Purva Padasya Lingam Napumsaka Lingam Bhavati. Parapadasya Uttarapadasya Vibhaktihi. It is going to take some time. Uttarapadasya Vibhaktihi is Shashti Vibhaktihi Ekavachanam Eva. And then the Samastapadam takes the Lingam of the Uttarapadam. And then those 5 words. You have Ardha, Adhara, Apara, Purva, Uttara. That is Prathama Tatpurushaha. In Dvitiya Tatpurushaha, Purva Padasya Vibhaktihi, Dvitiya Vibhaktihi Asti. Uttara Padam is one of those. It can be Atita, Atyasta, Apanna, Patita, Prapta, Gata, and Shrita. So one of these. So if it is one of these, and then these can take the three lingam. So it can be Shritaha, Shrita, Shritam. It can be in 3 genders. And when you join together, you have to make sure, like in any Samasta Padam, the Sandhi is Nitya. You have to do the Sandhi. Prashnaha kaha?
Mahodaya, that Uttara Padam can be Srita, Sritaha, Srita, Sritam, Prathama Vibhakti it can be, but it can be in plural. Sritaha, or Sritani. Like that it can be. Or,
it can. Yes. So you can say Ramam Shritaha Bhaktaha. It can be in all Bhaktaha. All the Bhaktas are taking refuge under Rama. Or Ramam.
Otherwise, we can say Ramam
Shritaha Gopikaha.
Ramam Sritaha Te Tam Tena, like that also we can say using Sarvanama.
Sarvanama Padam. Yeah, when you write, I'm just saying as an example. So these bunch of people take refuge under Rama iti bhavati. So we can say Krishnam Shritaha Gopikaha. So Krishna Shritaha Gopikaha. So you can decline it in Bahuvachanam. Yes. Of course, it will also take all the other declensions, right? So if you have Krishna Shritaha Gopikaha, and if you want to, if say Gopika's Vibhaktihi and the Vachanam changes, automatically the Krishna Shritaha also changes. The declension will automatically take.
My doubt is, in Vigraha Vakyam, we have to use Namapadam and tell, or either way we can tell.
In Vigraha Vakyam, you have to say Krishna Shritaha. So you are saying if it is given as Shritaha, how do you say, right?
Yes.
So you say Krishnam Shritaha is also allowed here. Correct.
Krishnam Sritaha allowed also.
Allowed, or you can write Krishna Shritaha Te.
Krishna Sritaha
Te or Taha.
Both are allowed.
Both are allowed. Correct. Only in only in the Prathama Tatpurushaha, you cannot
that
write
is not allowed.
Ardham Gramanam is not allowed. Correct. Satyam.
So, okay.
Yes. So R Ikta Pratyaya is correct. Yes. Patitaha, Shritaha. Srinath Mahodaya.
What is this? What is the speciality of this atitaha, patita, gata, atyasta? Are they peculiar or they are normal? Suppose can I say chalataha also one word?
No. Only these. No. Panini Sutram, whatever Shabda is given there, we have to stick only to that.
No, any speciality on this?
That is the definition, Mahodaya. So why do we say, so for example, if it is a plus a, it is Savarna Dirgha Sandhi, right? Can you also call another combination as Savarna Dirgha Sandhi? No, that is the rule which is given by Panini Maharishi.
But no other, say, for example, noun from chalataha, suppose if I say it doesn't belong with it.
No, it doesn't say these and any corresponding meaning. No.
Okay.
You cannot substitute these padani there with the other anything else which is given there. No. If it is these words, then you use it in Dvitiya Tatpurusha. Rama Bhagini?
Tramitam Bhagini, I have this a question. Let's say like atitaha asti kila idanim vayam emotions prayujyam we use only emotions, or does it relate to only emotions?
No, it can be anything. It is the example given there is dukham atitaha, that's all. You can relate it to anything which will have a definitive meaning there. It is not, the words which are given there, it's not related to anything specific. As long as the atitaha goes with a word that makes meaning, you can use it.
Astu. And also I have another question. Let's say like kupaha patitaha.
Kupam.
So kupa patitaha is the samasta padam asti. Atra vayam kupa patitena vadami va.
Kupa patitena. So say for example, there is a Kupa Patitaha Balakaha, and that Balakaha does something, right? So Kupa Patitena Balakena Arudham Kritam. He is trying to climb. So if you are using that Kupa Patita as a Visheshana Padam for a Balakaha, and you are saying him in Tritiya Vibhaktihi, then Kupa Patitaha Patitena Balakena, something is being done.
Astu. So we can have all the 7 into 3 with this samasta padam asti.
Yes.
Do we understand that way?
Yes. So when you create a samasta padam, the samasta padam can take all the 21 declensions in the corresponding shabdaha. If the declension comes in ikarantaha strilingaha, it will decline like nadi shabdaha. If the samasta padam comes as a napumsakalinga padam, it will decline like phala shabdaha. If the samasta pada comes like ukarantaha pullingaha, it will decline like guru shabdaha. So if you create, so the question to ask is, say you create a samasta padam and the samasta padam cannot be used in the other declension, there is no use of creating samasaha, right? So you have bunch of words, you want to replace those words, but say you can do it only for Pratama Vibhaktihi Ekavachanam, Samasaha is of no use to us.
Astu.
It can be, Samasaha can be in anything, and once you create the Samasta Padam, the Samasta Padam will take all the declensions in the corresponding Shabdaha or the table, right? That you have to look up.
Astu Bhagini, Dhanyavadaha.
Indu Bhagini, if it is Strilingaha, then Krishnam Shritaha, Krishnam Shrita, Krishnam Shrita Taha. Correct. So I think she dropped off. Let her join. Anuradha Bhagini Bhavati Prishtavati va. Priya Bhagini Prashnaha kaha. Did I say Shritaha Indu Bhagini? I might have misquoted there.
Namaste, Mata.
if I would like to form a compound word or samastapadam for Krishnam Vande, Purvapadam Krishnam Ditya Vibhakti, Parantu Vande is a Saptami Vibhakti. Then I'm not supposed to form Krishna Vande.
How is Vande Saptami Vibhakti hi Bhagini?
No, Dvivachanam.
Vande, is it a Subanta Padam or a Tinganta Padam?
Tiganda Padam, sorry. Kriya Padam.
So then?
See, actually the rule should be both, one is the Nama Padam, Purva Padam. The other one should be a Ikta Pratyaya.
No, but in your example, Vande doesn't even come under the Samasa Niyamaha. See, agree?
I do not know apart from this Shitaha and those 6 words, if any other word comes in the prose, for example, if I read
no, that's what I said. Somebody else asked the same question, right? So he says, Panini Maharishi, he says, if the Purva Padam is in Dvitiya Vibhakti and the Parapadam is Uttara Padam, I'm going to burn myself regarding this. Uttara Padam is one of these words only. Then it is
Dvitiya Tatpurusha.
Yes, that's it. So for now, what we should take is, okay, these are the words. It's like a mapping, right? 3 into 3 is 9. 5 into 4 is 20. Why 5 into 4 is not 40? Because our decimal number system is not defined that way. Now, if you take a binary system, then you have to use only ones and zeros. Why in decimal system you cannot define using 1 and 0? Because in decimal number system, you use numbers from 0 to 9. That is how decimal number system is defined. In binary number system, you can't use 5 and 4. You have to use only 1 and 0. Why? That is how binary number system is defined, right? Similarly, in Dvitiya Tatpurushaha, these are the Shabdas which are given to you. If these Shabdas are there and the Purva Padam is Dvitiya Vibhakti, then the Samasaha is Dvitiya Tatpurushaha. This is how you form. Why? Because that is the rule. We can't question the rule, right? We don't question saying why in binary system. Of course, we know the reason. Computer understands only ones and zeros. But then that is a definition that we created, right? We created saying we'll make a system that understands only ones and zeros, and then we will create a system based on that. Similarly, Panini Maharishi has given saying that these are the classifications of Samasaha. I will classify them based on Padarthasya Pradhanyam, and then individually, if it is these Tatpurusha Samasaha, if these words are there, you will classify under. And then in each of these, there are also exceptions. So in this level, in Kovida Stare, they don't handle exceptions that much because we are still grasping the concept. So there might be cases where it might be an exception. Every rule has an exception. Even in mathematics, sometimes we have a rule and then there is an exception, right? So if there is a rule, there is an exception, but they don't cover exceptions in this level. If we want to do that, we have to go a little bit detailed and understand samasas. Okay. I'll take one more question and then we will go to Tritiya Tatpurushaha and then we will come back. Lata Bhagini?
Beni, idanim bhavati vadati kila kupam patitena balakena. Kupa patitena balakena. So vigraha vakyam bhavati kupam patitaha tena. Samyaka?
Kupam patitaha tena. Samyak.
Dhanyavadas.
Correct. Astu. We will proceed further and then we will come back to questions. As you learn more examples, you will know that these are the rules, and once you see patitaha with the Dvitiya Vibhaktihi, you will know it is Dvitiya Tatpurushaha. We can't map any other padam there. Okay. So Tritiya Tatpurushaha, it has a little more. I will just first give a few seconds for everybody to write this down and then we can go into detail. Okay. Purva, Sadrisha, Sama, Unartha, Kalaha, Mishra, Slashna, Avara. So Purva, earlier, Sadrisha is like, Sama is similar or equal to, Unartha is less by, Kalaha vayam janimaha, quarrel, Mishra is mix, Slashna is smooth, and Avara is posterior or the later part. In this, the words that are covered in the book are, you might want to note it down, Purva, Sadrisha, Sama, Una, Kalaha, I think Kalaha is not given, Mishra and Avara. So book doesn't have all the examples, but these are the words, Shabdaha, that take the form of Tritiya Tatpurushaha. So if it is Tritiya Tatpurushaha asti chet, Purva Padasya Vibhaktihi will be Tritiya Vibhaktihi. Purva, earlier, Sadrisha, like, Sama, equal to or similar, Una, less by, Kalaha is quarrel, Mishra is mix, Slashna, have I typed that right? Slashana. Ekanish. Slashna. Atra tankana dosham asti. Slakshna. Slakshna. It's okay. It's smooth. Purva, Sadrisha, Sama, Unartha, Kalaha, Mishra, Slakshna, Avara, Shabdaha. Astu. Masena Purvaha. Atra pashyatu. Purva iti padam uttara pade bhavati. It is not the Purva padam. So Masena Purvaha. So when we do the Tatpurusha Vigraha Vakyam and the Samasa name, you have to see where the Purva comes. So Masena Purvaha. And these can take other forms too. So it can be Sadrishaha, Sadrishi, Sadrisham. It can come in the three genders. So Purva, Masena Purvaha. Samasta padam kim? Valli Bhagini vadati va?
Masa Purvaha.
Masena Purvaha, Masa Purvaha. Uttamam. Geeta Bhagini. Matra Sadrishaha.
Matra Sadrishaha. Matra Sadrishaha. Matra Sadrishaha. Matra ityukte Matra Shabdasya.
Matra Shabdasya Tritiya Vibhaktihi. Pratipadikam kim?
Matra Sadrishaha.
Matra Sadrishaha. Say you have a brother who is like a mother. So Matra Sadrishaha Sodaraha. Right? Brother like a mother. Sodaraha. Samyak. Kamakshi Bhagini. Mutalakshmi Bhagini Bhavati Vadatu. Kamakshi Adya Uttavati Kalu. Pitra Sama.
Pitrusama.
Pitrisama. Pitrisama Anuja. Say you have a sister who protects like a father. Pitrisama Anuja. Uttama. Dhanyavadah. Pitrisama. Vacha Kalahaha. So there is a quarrel happening by words, by speaking. So Vacha Kalahaha. Gomati Bagni. मम ध्वनिः श्रूयते वा?
वाचा कलहः वाचा प्रातिपदिकं वाक् शब्दः
आम् सत्यं वाक् शब्दः सो
वाक् शब्दः इत्युक्ते वाक् कलहः
वाक् कलहः उत्तमं सम्यक् mute yourself Bhagini. Okay, I think a couple of people who have not raised their hand but they want to answer. Neela Bhagini, where are you? If you raise your hand, then you will come under the at the top of the list and I can unmute you easily. Otherwise, I have to search within this bunch of people who have Neela. Neela Bhagini, I think I tried unmuting you.
Yeah, I can answer now.
Vadatu. Gudena Mishram.
Gudena Mishram, Guda Mishram.
Guda Mishram. Uttamam. Mixed with jaggery. Gudena Mishram. Guda Mishram. Samyak. Masena Purva. Purva, Sadrisha, Sama, Unartha, Kalaha, Mishra, Shlashna, Avara. Padani Santi Chet. Uttarapade. Purva Padasya Vibhaktihi. Tritiya Vibhaktihi Asti Chet. Samanya Tritiya Tatpurushaha. Masena Purvaha, Masa Purvaha. Matra Sadrishi. Matra Shabdasya. Tritiya Vibhaktihi Matra. Matra Sadrishaha. Matra Sadrishaha. Pitra Sama Pitra Sama. Vacha Kalahaha. Vak Kalahaha. Gudena Mishram. Guda Mishram. Agre. How is this classified? Tritiya Tatpurushasya Vedaha Katam Bhavati Hetuvachaka Shabdaha. So when you have an explanation that is given with Karanavachakam. So what is the reason for something? So you have Manyaha Adhyapakaha. So somebody who is respected. Why is he respected? He is respected because of Karanam Kimatra. Karanam is the Vidya he possesses. So it will be Vidyaya Manyaha. Shri Priya Bhagini Prichati, Gudena Mishram will not have Anunasika Sandhihi. Do we take Gudena Mishram? Where is the Anunasika Sandhihi? You only take the Pratipadikam, right? Gudena, the Pratipadikam is Guda. Mishram, the Pratipadikam is Mishra. And then the Uttarapadasya lingam is the Pumsaka lingam. So Gudena Guda Mishram Jalam when we make Panakam, right? So if it is Hetuvachaka Shabdaha, Vidyaya Manyaha. So somebody who is respected because of the Vidya that they possess. So, okay. I think everybody just stop with your questions for some time. Let's do the classification and then we can come back. So, Hetuvachaka Shabdaha. So, Vidyaya Manyaha. Somebody who is respected because of the Vidya that they possess. So, Vidyaya Manyaha will be Tritiya Tatpurushaha. Agre, when it is the doer or a itta pratyaya. So, for example, Ramena Hataha. So, the karta is Ramena hataha Ravanaha. So when you have Ravanaha described by, killed by Rama, Ramena hataha, he is the doer. Rama hataha, Hetuvachaka Shabda is the cause for. So manyaha ityukte kim, manyaha ityukte respected. What is the karanam for the respect that he gained? He gained the respect because of the education or the vidya or the knowledge that he possesses. So when you have manyaha and that respect comes because of a karanam, that karanam will take tritiya vibhakti. So manyaha, vidyaya manyaha, or dhanena manyaha. You respect somebody because of the wealth that they possess. So why did he gain that wealth or that respect, manyaha? Because of the dhanam. So it will be the karanam for the respect is vidya or dhanam. So that will take tritiya vibhakti. So vidyaya manyaha, vidya manyaha. Dhanena manyaha, dhana manyaha. Agre, if it is karta or ikta pratyayaha. So karta, which is the doer itself. The doer is Rama here. Rama is killing Ravana. So if you're describing Ravana, katham vayam vadamaha? Ramena hataha Ravanaha. Rama hataha Ravanaha. In the same example, you can say Banena hataha. The instrument there was a banaha. So Banena hataha. Tritiyantam along with Sadrishaha, Unarthaha or Mishram. So, which we saw in the example. Ekena una vayam janimaha. Padena una padona. Ekena una ekona. So when we say numbers, number 19, katham vayam vadamaha ashtadasha navadasha vimshatihi iti vaktum shaknoti. You can also say ekona vimshatihi. You can say one less than 20. Ekanimsham. Okay, I'll take it after class. Sorry, okay, I have to do the class. Go, change your dress. Yes. Yeah, my kids just came back from school and okay. Sorry, when they come back, I have to be available for a few seconds to say hi. Otherwise, they won't let me take the class. Shamyata. Tritiyantam adikam sadrisha unartha mishra. So katam bhavati ekena una ekona. Atra eka una. You have the sandhihi which is happening there. So ekona vimshatihi, which is number 19. So when you want to say one less than something, you say by less. Samanam sadrisha, matra sadrishaha, pitra sadrishi mata. So there is a mother who acts also like a father. So katam vayam vadamaha? Pitra sadrishi mata, a mother who is like a father also. Mishram, something which is mixed. These the details are not given in the textbook. I am just explaining this at the high level. Just note it down. So they will not ask from exam point of view which classification it falls into, or like is it a hetu vachaka tritiya tatpurushaha, or is it a karta with ikta pratyayah tatpurushah. They will not ask like that. It is just a general understanding how the rule basically is derived. Tritiyantam kadya padartah. Shirena annam. Shirannam. Something which is mixed with milk. Milk mixed with rice. Shirena annam shiranam. So atra chatvarah. 4 broad classification atra bhavati. Hetuvachakah. So when the description of a person, something he has gained, what is the cause for it? That cause takes tritiya vibhakti. So vidyaya manyaha, vidya manyaha. The respect to the cause is vidya, the respect's cause. So it is vidya manyaha. Then if it is a karta, ramena hataha. Of course, tritiya vibhakti with tikta pratyayah will come only in karmani prayogah. Shamyata will come only in karmani prayogah. So tritiya vibhakti ramena hataha, rama hataha. Banena hataha. Atra manyaha is not ikta pratyayah bhagini. Manyaha is respect. Hataha is a separate classification where it is an ikta pratyayah. Manyaha is not ikta pratyayah. So banena hataha, killed by the arrow. Ekena una matra sadrishaha gudena mishram. So it can be similar, less by or mixed with. And then kadya padartah, something mixed with some eatable. Shirena annam shirannam iti bhavati. If the general rule is tritiya plus subantam, aren't all categories covered? Not really, Bhagini. So there are always exceptions, right? So at this level, if you understand that if there is a karta with, so Rama hataha is given there. You know hataha is ikta pratyayah. Rama hataha is given, if it is given, you know killed by. So it is easy to do the samasaha from the vigraha vakyam, right? The challenge happens when the vigraha vakyam, the samasta padam is given to us and then we have to write the vigraha vakyam. That is why these rules are important. So if I give bana hataha as the samasta padam, is it banam hataha? Is it banena hataha? Banaya hataha? So the rules are in general for us to derive the vigraha vakyam from the samasta padam. So at this level, it will be easier for us to write the samasta padam from the vigraha vakyam, because you just have to take the pratipadikam and then join and write. Of course, you have to write the samasa nama also, but then that is relatively easier. The other way around, where you have to look at the samasta padam and then write the vigraha vakyam, that is when these rules are important. So vidyaya manyaha, vidya manyaha. So vidya manyaha, if it is that is given, so you know it is something respect, and you know something which is knowledge or wisdom. So you know why is that person respected? Because of, that is the karanam. So that is, it will be in tritiya vibhakti. It cannot be in saptami vibhakti or other things. That manyaha happens because of a karanam. That karanam is vidya. So it will be vidya manyaha. So for now, you basically, what I would do is you take these rules and keep practicing. At this level, we are more inclined to understanding samasaha by looking at the rule and applying samasta padam or the vigraha vakyam. Now, there are always apavadaha, which at this level, like I said, they don't generally test us on, because even this is vast. So without going into can another word come, can I substitute it with somebody, some other word? Can it be for another type of pratyaya? Instead of those questions, let us try following these like a theorem which is given to us in math, right? When a math theorem is given to us, we take it as the theorem itself. There is a statement and we take the theorem. Of course, we prove that, but at this level, look at it as something which is given to you, a formula which is given to you. So it can be hetu vachakah, karta, karanam with ikta pratyayah, sadrisha unartha mishra, and khadya padartah. Anya kechana kanichana udaharanani pashyamah. I have a hard stop today at 12:30, so we'll do this and then I'll take a few questions. Hari Tratah. Nikunj Raval Mahodaya अस्ति वा?
प्रश्नः अस्ति।
वदतु महोदय। महोदय भवत्यः ध्वनिः न श्रूयते महोदय, क्लेशः अस्ति।
यथा भगिनी उक्तवती आसीत् यत् तत्पुरुषसमासे पूर्वसदृशसमज्ञात एकं शब्देषु एव भवितव्यं किम्?
Only these. Satya. I think I understood your question. I'm not sure if I'm the only one who's having trouble understanding. You can even type out the question, Mahodaya. So only these, right? Preceded by a tritiya vibhaktihi padam. That will become tritiya tatpurusha. Kamakshi Bhagini.
Namaskara Bhagini.
Hari Tratah.
Harina Tratah.
Harina Tratah. Uttamam. Sandhya Bhagini. Amam. Shruyate Bhagini. Hari Tratah. Harina Tratah. Uttamam. Sandhya Bhagini.
Vyasa virachitam. Vyasena virachitam.
Vyasena virachitam. Vyasena virachitam. Mahabharatam. Vyasa virachitam. Samyak. Indu Bhagini.
Namaskara. Nakha bhinnaha. Nakhena bhinnaha.
Nakhena binnaha athava nakhaihi binnaha.
Nakhaihi binnaha.
Nakhaihi binnaha Hiranyakashipuhu. The one who was torn with nails, right?
Nails.
Nakhaihi binnaha. Uttama. Radha Bhagini.
Namaste.
Namaskara. Taila liptam.
Tailena liptam.
Tailena liptam. Uttamam. Liptam iti taprayogah asti. So something which is applied by taila oil. Bindu Bhagini. To unmute yourself.
Kunkumarchita. Kunkumena archita.
Kunkumena archita. Archita. Uttamam. Kunkumena archita. Lakshmi. Lakshmihi athava Devi. Uttamam. Tat kritam. Vasanti Bhagini.
Tat kritam tena kritam va Bhagini.
Samyak. Tat kritam tena iti padasya pratipatikam kim?
Ekanamsham Bhagini, sorry. Tat pratipadikam tat asti.
Tat asti. So tat kritam will be tena kritam. Uttamam. Uma Bhagini. Deva nirmitam.
Deva nirmitam. Devena nirmitam.
Devena nirmitam. Uttamam. Gayatri Bhagini. Masavaraha.
Masavaraha. Masena avaraha.
Masena avaraha nasti. Avaraha asti kalu. What is was there a typo in the Kunkumarchita? Shri Priya Bhagini, are you in a position to unmute yourself? You have still not understood the concept, right? Kunkumena archita. Kunkumena, what is the pratipadikam? Kunkuma. Archita, pratipadikam is archita. Kunkuma plus archita, kunkumarchita. You have to look at the pratipadikam. I don't know why you're making a mistake there. Astu. Agri. Valli Bagini.
Bagini.
Padonam.
Padena unam.
Padena unam. Padona ekavadanam. Vayam vadamah khalu. When we say 1:45 or 12:45, we say padona ekavadanam. 15 minutes short of 1 o'clock is 12:45. Uttamam.
Bagini ekam samshayam. இந்த இப்ப மாசா வரக வந்திருக்கு இல்லையா? இப்ப மாசா வராகான்னு வந்தானக்கா அது வந்து நம்ம பகுவச்சனத்துல தான் எழுதணுமா?
மாசேன
அவராகா அப்படி எழுதணுமா?
Generally in this level and the type of declensions you will not see, Bagini. So it will be masena avaraha masavaraha. But in other, so for example, deva nirmitani, right, something which is very straightforward, then you can write devena nirmitam tani.
Okay, appadi aidal. Okay. Dhanyawad bahut.
Dhana manya. Deepa Bagini.
Dhanena manya.
Dhanena manya. Somebody. Dhanena manya. Lakshmi. Somebody who is respected because of the wealth. Dhanena manya. Astu. We have 6 more minutes. Let me see if there are some questions. So before we start the questions, I want to reiterate that should it be, for Tritiya Tatpurushaha, should it be only these words given there in the Uttarapadam, right? So yes, if these words are given, then automatically Tritiya Tatpurushaha. Of course, the Ikta Pratyaha can be there. Apart from this, we also have Ramena Hataha, Rama Hataha. Hataha is not part of the list which is given here. But then it falls under the 4 broad classifications that we saw. So apart from this, you also have to remember this table, which is if it is a Hetu Vachaka Shabdaha, if it is a Karta with Ikta Pratyaha, which is Karmani Prayogaha, Karanam with Ikta Pratyaha, Punaha Karmani Prayogaha, Trityantam with any of the words which are given there. Trityantam with Purva, Sadrisha, Sama, Unartha, Kalaha, Mishra. I need to fix this like Plashna, Avara. Then it is Tritiya Tatpurushaha, and then Tritiya Vibhaktihi with Khadya Padartha. When you mix something with the Khadya Padam, then that also becomes a Tritiya Tatpurushaha. Thiru Mahodaya.
Dhanyavada, Vanisrichi. This Dhanamanya, is it Strilinga?
Dhanamanya bhavati chet, it can only define a Strilinga padam, right?
Yeah, because you said Vidyamanya. So that's why I was wondering the difference.
Satyam. Vidyamanyaha adhyapakaha. Vidyamanya adhyapika.
Yes, thanks.
Yada vayam vadamaha, if it defines somebody, you follow the normal Visheshana rule. So whenever you decline, it takes the same linga vachana vibhakti rupa.
Sure. Thank you. Dhanyavada.
Indrani Bhagini, prashnaha asti chet eva hastam unnayatu.
I wanted to know if this can also be interpreted that these words, Purva, Sadrusha, Sama, the preceding word should also always be the instrumental in the instrumental case, in the Tritiya Vibhakti. Can we apply the reverse logic? In a sense, if I'm using...
In general, that is the rule. That is the rule. Yes.
Okay.
By default, when you say Sadrishi, you say in Matra Sadrishi. Samanam. Yes.
Yeah.
Valli Bagini?
Bagini, iti Uttara padasya pradhanam api bhavati, Purva padasya pradhanam api bhavati. Killa Bagini?
No. Padartha pradhanyam Uttara padameva.
Okay, dhanyavad. Dhanyavad, Bahu.
Rama Bagini?
Kshamyatam Bagini. We have, I have one question. That is, how do we differentiate between the Bahuvrihi and this one? Because there is one word that we used, that is by such and such a person, we are talking about. So that is where I got a bit this thing. How do we differentiate between Bahuvrihi and Tatpurusha?
Idanim vayam Bahuvrihi samasasya niyamaha na janimaha Bagini kalu. We don't know what is Bahuvrihi, right? So until we reach that compartment in the train, we won't understand.
Astu Bagini.
Yeah. So for now, take this as the rules that is given to you for Pratama, Dvitiya, Tritiya, Tatpurusha. That's it.
Astu. And one more. Tritiya Tatpurushe. Vayam Purva Sadrusha Sama Atra Asti. Eta Nirmitam. Nirmitam kaha asti Bagini?
Nirmitam is the ikta pratyaya, right? It's
Astu.
the karta with the ikta pratyaya. It falls under this category there.
Astu.
So Tritiyantam with Sadrisha, Unartha, Mishra is this, right? Tritiyantam with any of these words is one category. Now you have four other categories, which is Hetuvachakaha, Karta with ikta pratyaya, Karanam with ikta pratyaya, Tritiyantam with Kadya padartha. So apart from these, that is why I said you have four more categories.
Astu. Avagatam Bagini. Dhanyavada. Bahut dhanyavada.
I can take one more question. I have an office call at 12:30. Pankajavalli Bagini.
Bagini, namaste Bagini. So Matra Sadrushi or Matra Sadrushaha, the Tritiya Vibhakti, Matra is always a feminine gender. So if you say Matra Sadrushaha Brata or Matra Sadrushi Anuja. So that is how it will come. So the last Ikta Pratyaya, sorry, the Sadrusha, Sadrushi, they all will be gender Vachanam. And that will not affect the Purva Padasya Tritiya Bhavam. The Purva Padam
no. That is why
it is Matra.
That is why this is that is why this is Uttarapadam Pradhanyam, right? Because Hataha Ravanaha Hata Tataki, right? Ramena Hata Tataki. So
Ramasritaha, Ramasritaha, Uttarapadam Pradhanyam. So always the Purva Padam will be only in Ekavachanam. Irrespective of the Uttarapadam in Vachanam gender changes, but the Purva Padam will always be in the either a second, Dutiya Vibhakti Ekavachanam or Tritiya Vibhakti Ekavachanam.
Na Bagini, Vayam Idani Meva Drishtavantaha Kalu, Nakha Binnaha, Nakhaihi Binnaha.
That is Vigraha Vakyam. But Pratipadikam is Nakha.
Pratipadikam, there is no Vachanam for Pratipadikam.
Okay. So Nakha, Samastapadam is Nakha Binnaha. Always the Pratipadikam. But the Vigraha Vakyam can be a singular or Astu Bagini.
So say for example, you're defining Bahavaha Grantaha. You can say Kavinam Virachitani Virachitaha Grantaha, right? It is written by many kavis.
Many kavis.
But kavi rachitaha grantaha eva, because the pratipadikam is kavi.
Kavi. Oh, kavi rachita. So depending on
but
rachitam, rachitani, it will change. Samastapadasya.
When you look at, for example, I'm just bala trataha. I'm just giving an example, right? Balena trataha. It doesn't make sense. I'm just giving an example. So bala trataha iti padam asti chet. Balena trataha va balaihi trataha va. By looking at the
we cannot
find out whether it is by one or two or many. We cannot find out. But then, when we look at a sentence, by the following word and the context of the sentence, we will be able to say whether it was done by one or two or many.
Okay, Bhagini. So should we say bala trataha? If we say it is balahi trataha,
it is not wrong, but in general, when you do a vigraha vakyam in this level, stick to ekavachanam. Unless you know the context. Like nakaihi binnaha, you can't tear with one nail. So you know it is nakai. If, for example, if it is an elephant, we know it cannot be padena. It has to be padaihi, right? Because it has it has 4 legs. So the elephant cannot walk in one leg. So you can't say padena or padabhyam. It will not make sense. So if you know the context and you're sure, you are right according to the context.
Again, that gives another doubt. Padena, padona, we write the pada plus una, that becomes 1/4. But the padaihi or padabhyam becomes 2 or 4. So the context.
The context is.
So based on the context, we will know whether it is a time or it will become a anga. That will be.
Bhagini, unfortunately, I have a call to go.
Dhanyavadaha, Bhagini.
We'll conclude here and then I will send Grihapataha.
No, now it is clear. Thank you, Bhagini. Dhanyavadaha.
Astu. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om.